Question 1. What year did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1920. B. 1918. C. 1910. D. 1928. Answer. B. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in the UK in 1918, following the efforts of the suffragette movement. Question 2. Who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Anthony Eden. Answer. A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during the most crucial years of the Second World War, from 1940 to 1945. Question 3. What is the significance of the Magna Carta in British history? A. It granted universal suffrage. B. It established the principles of limited government and rule of law. C. It ended the English Civil War. D. It declared independence from European rule. Answer. B. It established the principles of limited government and rule of law. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is a cornerstone in British constitutional and legal history. Question 4. Name the battle in 1066 that marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. A. Battle of Hastings. B. Battle of Agincourt. C. Battle of Yorktown. D. Battle of Trafalgar. Answer. A. Battle of Hastings. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 saw the Normans, led by William the Conqueror, defeat the English army and start Norman rule in England. Question 5. Who was the British monarch during the Victorian era? A. Queen Victoria. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King George III. D. Queen Mary. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. The Victorian era is named after Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901. Question 6. What are the main principles outlined in the Human Rights Act 1998? A. Environmental protection. B. Economic liberties. C. Fundamental rights and freedoms. D. Corporate laws. Answer. C. Fundamental rights and freedoms. The Human Rights Act 1998 incorporates the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, focusing on protecting fundamental rights and freedoms. Question 7. What is the purpose of the Commonwealth? A. To establish colonial rule. B. To promote economic ties and cultural exchange among member countries. C. To create a military alliance. D. To compete in sports only. Answer. B. To promote economic ties and cultural exchange among member countries. The Commonwealth is a political association of member states, mostly former territories of the British Empire. Question 8. Which document began the process of devolution in the United Kingdom in 1998? A. The Good Friday Agreement. B. The Scotland Act. C. The Wales Act. D. The Devolution Act. Answer. B. The Scotland Act. The Scotland Act 1998 began the process of devolution by establishing the Scottish Parliament and devolving certain powers to it. Question 9. What is the difference between criminal law and civil law in the UK? A. Criminal law deals with conduct harmful to society, while civil law deals with disputes between individuals. B. There is no difference. Both terms are interchangeable. C. Civil law includes religious laws. D. Criminal law is based on morality. Answer A. Criminal law deals with conduct harmful to society, while civil law deals with disputes between individuals. This distinction is fundamental in UK law. Question 10. What year did the UK join the European Union? A. 1973. B. 1960. C. 1980. D. 1993. Answer A. 1973. The United Kingdom joined the European Economic Community, now the European Union, in 1973. Question 11. Describe the role of the Cabinet in the UK government. A. To advise the Queen on legislative matters. B. To make decisions about foreign policy only. C. To oversee the judiciary. D. To discuss and make decisions on government policy. Answer D. To discuss and make decisions on government policy. The Cabinet is composed of the Prime Minister and top government ministers who are responsible for advising on and implementing government policy. Question 12. What is the significance of the Bill of Rights 1689? A. It affirmed royal supremacy. B. It outlines specific rights and liberties for citizens. C. It ended the Glorious Revolution. D. It was purely symbolic. Answer B. It outlines specific rights and liberties for citizens. The Bill of Rights 1689 established limits on the powers of the Crown and set out the rights of Parliament. Question 13. Name the architect who designed St. Paul's Cathedral in London. A. Christopher Wren. B. I.M. Pei. C. Frank Lloyd Wright. D. Zaha Hadid. Answer A. Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren designed St. Paul's Cathedral, which was completed in 1710 after the Great Fire of London. Question 14. Which king signed the Magna Carta in 1215? A. King Henry VIII. B. King Edward I. C. King John. D. King Richard III. Answer C. King John. King John of England signed the Magna Carta in 1215 under pressure from rebel barons. Question 15. What are the responsibilities of the Home Secretary? A. To manage foreign diplomatic relations. B. To oversee education and culture. C. To handle domestic security and immigration. D. To regulate financial markets. Answer C. To handle domestic security and immigration. The Home Secretary is responsible for the internal affairs of England and Wales, particularly security and order. Question 16. What is the primary role of the Secretary of State for Defence? A. To manage healthcare services. B. To oversee sports and entertainment. C. To be responsible for the defence of the United Kingdom. D. To handle transportation. Answer C. To be responsible for the defence of the United Kingdom. The Secretary of State for Defence is charged with the defence and security of the country. Question 17. Which Acts of Parliament established the welfare state in the UK? A. The Elizabethan Poor Law. B. The Beveridge Report Implementations. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Rights of Man Acts. Answer B. The Beveridge Report Implementations. Post-World War II reforms based on the Beveridge Report helped establish the welfare state in the UK, including the creation of the NHS. Question 18. Who was the first woman to be elected as an MP and take a seat in Parliament? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Nancy Astor. C. Theresa May. D. Indira Gandhi. Answer B. Nancy Astor. Nancy Astor was the first woman to take a seat as an MP in the UK Parliament in 1919. Question 19. What battle in 1314 was a significant victory for Scots in the First War of Scottish Independence? A. The Battle of Culloden. B. The Battle of Falkirk. C. The Battle of Bannockburn. D. The Battle of Stirling Bridge. Answer C. The Battle of Bannockburn. In 1314, the Scots, led by Robert the Bruce, defeated the English forces at the Battle of Bannockburn, a pivotal event in the First War of Scottish Independence. Question 20. What is the maximum number of consecutive terms a Prime Minister can serve? A. 2 terms. B. There is no maximum. C. 5 terms. D. 4 terms. Answer B. There is no maximum. In the UK, there is no legal limit on the number of terms a Prime Minister can serve. Question 21. Name the process by which the United Kingdom Parliament creates laws. A. Devolution. B. Judicial review. C. Legislation. D. Referendum. Answer C. Legislation. The process by which the United Kingdom Parliament creates laws is known as legislation, involving several stages in both the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Question 22. Which countries are recognised as part of the United Kingdom? A. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. B. England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. C. England, Wales and Scotland. D. Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Answer A. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom consists of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Question 23. Who is the patron saint of Scotland, and on what date is his Saint Day celebrated? A. Saint Andrew, November 30. B. Saint David, March 1. C. Saint George, April 23. D. Saint Patrick, March 17. Answer A. Saint Andrew, November 30. Saint Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland, and his feast day is celebrated on November 30. Question 24. Describe the significance of the Good Friday Agreement. A. It marked the UK's entry into the European Union. B. It was a peace agreement that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. C. It established Scotland's devolved government. D. It confirmed the independence of the Republic of Ireland. Answer B. It was a peace agreement that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement, signed in 1998, was crucial in bringing an end to the Troubles by establishing a political framework for Northern Ireland. Question 25. What was the purpose of the Reform Act 1832? A. To abolish the slave trade. B. To grant voting rights to all men and women. C. To reform the House of Lords. D. To extend the franchise and eliminate rotten boroughs. Answer D. To extend the franchise and eliminate rotten boroughs. The Reform Act 1832 made significant changes to the electoral system of England and Wales, including widening the voting franchise and addressing parliamentary representation. Question 26. What event in 1666 greatly changed the landscape of London? A. The Glorious Revolution. B. The English Civil War. C. The Great Fire of London. D. The Black Death. Answer C. The Great Fire of London. The Great Fire of London in 1666 devastated the city, leading to major rebuilding projects, including the redesign of St. Paul's Cathedral. Question 27. Who was the leader of the suffragettes? A. Queen Victoria. B. Emmeline Pankhurst. C. Florence Nightingale. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer B. Emmeline Pankhurst. Emmeline Pankhurst was a prominent leader of the British suffragette movement, which advocated for women's right to vote. Question 28. What are the qualifications necessary to vote in a general election in the UK? A. Being a UK resident, aged 16 or older. B. Being a Commonwealth citizen, aged 18 or older and a UK resident. C. Being a UK citizen, aged 16 or older. D. Being a UK citizen, aged 18 or older and a resident of a Commonwealth country. Answer B. Being a Commonwealth citizen, aged 18 or older and a UK resident. Voters in UK general elections must be at least 18 years old and must be either a UK, Irish or qualifying Commonwealth citizen residing in the UK. Question 29. When and why did the Roman Empire invade Britain? A. 55 BC to expand the Roman Empire. B. 1066 AD to conquer the Saxons. C. 1215 AD to capture resources. D. 43 AD to incorporate Britain into the Roman Empire. Answer D. 43 AD to incorporate Britain into the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire invaded Britain in 43 AD under Emperor Claudius, aiming to extend Roman control and influence. Question 30. What treaty ended the hostilities between England and Scotland in 1707? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Union. C. The Treaty of Edinburgh. D. The Treaty of Versailles. Answer B. The Treaty of Union. The Treaty of Union in 1707 resulted in the political union of the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland, forming the Kingdom of Great Britain. Question 31. What is the primary function of the Chancellor of the Exchequer? A. To oversee the country's defence. B. To manage the country's financial and economic matters. C. To handle foreign relations. D. To oversee educational policies. Answer B. To manage the country's financial and economic matters. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is responsible for all economic and financial matters, overseeing the Treasury. Question 32. In which year did the UK host the Olympic Games for the first time? A. 1948. B. 1908. C. 2012. D. 1924. Answer B. 1908. The UK first hosted the Olympic Games in 1908 in London. Question 33. Name the scientist who is credited with the theory of evolution. A. Isaac Newton. B. Albert Einstein. C. Charles Darwin. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer C. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is credited with developing the theory of evolution by natural selection, detailed in his book On the Origin of Species. Question 34. What is the judicial role of the House of Lords? A. It acts as the highest court of appeal. B. It oversees the election of the Prime Minister. C. It drafts legislation. D. It is purely ceremonial. Answer A. It acts as the highest court of appeal. Until 2009, the House of Lords served as the highest court of appeal in the UK. This role has since been taken over by the Supreme Court. Question 35. How many members are there in the Scottish Parliament? A. 650. B. 129. C. 60. D. 233. Answer: B. 129. The Scottish Parliament is composed of 129 members of the Scottish Parliament, MSPs. Question 36. Describe the contributions of Isambard Kingdom Brunel to British engineering. A. He developed the steam engine. B. He designed the London Underground. C. He built dockyards, the Great Western Railway, and numerous bridges and tunnels. D. He invented the telephone. Answer: C. He built dockyards, the Great Western Railway, and numerous bridges and tunnels. Isambard Kingdom Brunel was a pioneering engineer known for his innovative work on railroads, ships, and bridges. Question 37. What are the key components of the UK's national curriculum? A. Sports and nutrition. B. Sciences, mathematics, languages, humanities. C. Only religious studies. D. Arts and music only. Answer: B. Sciences, mathematics, languages, humanities. The national curriculum of the UK includes core subjects like sciences, mathematics, languages, and humanities, ensuring a broad and balanced education. Question 38. What is the voting system called that is used for general elections in the UK? A. Proportional representation. B. Single transferable vote. C. First past the post. D. Preferential voting. Answer: C. First past the post. The UK uses the first past the post voting system for general elections, where the candidate with the most votes in each constituency wins. Question 39. What rights are protected under the Equality Act 2010? A. Rights to privacy and family life. B. Rights to fair wages and safe working conditions. C. Rights against discrimination based on factors like age, gender, race, and disability. D. Rights to vote and stand for election. Answer: C. Rights against discrimination based on factors like age, gender, race, and disability. The Equality Act 2010 protects individuals from discrimination in the workplace and wider society. Question 40. Name the king associated with the Royal Navy's establishment as a permanent institution. A. King Henry VIII. B. King Edward III. C. King George III. D. King Richard II. Answer: A. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is credited with establishing the Royal Navy as a permanent institution, strengthening England's maritime capabilities. Question 41. Describe the main causes of the English Civil War. A. Religious differences and power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. B. Disagreements over the American colonies. C. Economic downturns and peasant revolts. D. Disputes between different royal houses. Answer: A. Religious differences and power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. The English Civil War was primarily caused by conflicts over how the country should be governed and issues of religious freedoms, pitting supporters of King Charles I against the forces of Parliament. Question 42. Who was the British monarch during the American War of Independence? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King George III. C. King Henry VIII. D. King Edward VII. Answer B. King George III. King George III was the monarch during the American War of Independence, which saw the 13 colonies in North America rebel against British rule. Question 43. What is the significance of the Battle of Britain in 1940? A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire. B. It was a crucial victory in World War II, preventing a German invasion. C. It led to the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. D. It was a significant naval battle in the First World War. Answer B. It was a crucial victory in World War II, preventing a German invasion. The Battle of Britain was a major air campaign fought over the skies of England in 1940, crucial for thwarting Hitler's plans for invading Britain. Question 44. Describe the impact of the Black Death on medieval England. A. It led to economic prosperity. B. It caused significant population decline and social upheavals. C. It resulted in the establishment of parliamentary democracy. D. It had minimal impact on society and culture. Answer B. It caused significant population decline and social upheavals. The Black Death, which struck England in the mid-14th century, drastically reduced the population and led to major social and economic changes. Question 45. Who is considered the father of the English Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. King Henry VIII. C. Admiral Nelson. D. King Edward I. Answer B. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is often credited as the father of the English Navy, having invested heavily in the fleet and established naval dockyards. Question 46. What are the main duties of the Prime Minister? A. Leading the judiciary and interpreting laws. B. Commanding the military and declaring war. C. Leading the government and implementing policies. D. Managing the economy and printing currency. Answer C. Leading the government and implementing policies. The Prime Minister's main duties involve leading the executive branch of the government, overseeing the administration of government policies, and representing the UK both domestically and internationally. Question 47. What rights does the Freedom of Information Act 2000 provide to the public? A. The right to private and confidential communications. B. The right to access information held by public authorities. C. The right to live and work anywhere in the UK. D. The right to vote in general elections. Answer B. The right to access information held by public authorities. The Freedom of Information Act 2000 grants the public the right to access recorded information held by public sector organisations. Question 48. Name the treaty that confirmed the independence of the Republic of Ireland from the UK. A. The Good Friday Agreement. B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. C. The Treaty of Rome. D. The Treaty of Versailles. Answer B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. The Anglo-Irish Treaty was signed in 1921 and led to the establishment of the Irish Free State, which later became the Republic of Ireland, confirming its independence from the United Kingdom. Question 49. What are the main functions of the Welsh Government? A. Managing defence and foreign affairs. B. Overseeing public services like health, education and transportation in Wales. C. Handling immigration and border control. D. Regulating international trade and commerce. Answer B. Overseeing public services like health, education and transportation in Wales. The Welsh Government is responsible for many aspects of public administration in Wales, including health, education, and transportation. Question 50. Who are the Picts and what role did they play in British history? A. A Norse tribe that invaded Britain in the 8th century. B. An indigenous Celtic people known for battling the Romans and Anglo-Saxons. C. A Roman legion stationed in Britain. D. A parliamentary faction during the English Civil War. Answer: B. An indigenous Celtic people known for battling the Romans and Anglo-Saxons. The Picts were a group of Celtic-speaking peoples who lived in what is today eastern and northern Scotland during the late Iron Age and early medieval periods. Question 51. What historical event is celebrated during Guy Fawkes Night? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The restoration of the monarchy. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night or Bonfire Night commemorates the failed Gunpowder Plot of 1605, in which Guy Fawkes and other conspirators attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 52. What is the legal system in Scotland known as? A. Common law. B. Civil law. C. Scots law. D. Statutory law. Answer: C. Scots law. Scotland's legal system is known as Scots law, a hybrid system based on both common law and civil law principles. Question 53. What was the significance of the Enclosure Acts in England? A. They restricted the powers of the monarchy. B. They formalized the separation of church and state. C. They consolidated small landholdings into larger farms. D. They abolished feudalism. Answer: C. They consolidated small landholdings into larger farms. The Enclosure Acts, passed from the 12th to the 19th centuries, allowed for the appropriation of common lands by wealthy landowners, dramatically altering the agricultural landscape and society. Question 54. Name the document that limited the powers of King John of England. A. The Domesday Book. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Bill of Rights. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer: B. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, famously limited the powers of King John by ensuring certain legal protections for his subjects and establishing the principle that the king was not above the law. Question 55. What are the eligibility criteria for jury service in the UK? A. UK citizenship and ages 18 to 75. B. Registered voter status and no prior convictions. C. Ages 18 to 65 and a UK resident for at least 5 years. D. Over 21 years of age and under 70, living in the UK for at least 10 years. Answer: A. UK citizenship and ages 18 to 75. Eligibility for jury service in the UK requires being between the ages of 18 and 75 and holding UK citizenship. Question 56. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Theresa May. C. Angela Merkel. D. Indira Gandhi. Answer: A. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 57. What was the main result of the Glorious Revolution? A. The establishment of the Church of England. B. The signing of the English Bill of Rights. C. The abolition of the monarchy. D. The introduction of the feudal system. Answer: B. The signing of the English Bill of Rights, the Glorious Revolution, which occurred in 1688, led to the ousting of James II and the establishment of William III and Mary II as co-rulers. This event resulted in the signing of the English Bill of Rights in 1689, which limited the powers of the monarchy and outlined the rights of Parliament. Question 58. What is the primary legislative body of Northern Ireland called? A. The Northern Assembly. B. The Senate of Northern Ireland. C. The Northern Ireland Executive. D. The Northern Ireland Assembly. Answer: D. The Northern Ireland Assembly. The primary legislative body of Northern Ireland is the Northern Ireland Assembly, responsible for local legislation and administration. Question 59. Name the theory proposed by Charles Darwin. A. General relativity. B. Quantum mechanics. C. Evolution by natural selection. D. The Big Bang theory. Answer: C. Evolution by natural selection. Charles Darwin is famous for his theory of evolution by natural selection, which he published in his 1859 book On the Origin of Species. Question 60. What rights are specified by the Magna Carta for the first time? A. Women's voting rights. B. Freedom of speech and religion. C. The right to a fair trial and protection from unlawful imprisonment. D. The right to bear arms. Answer: C. The right to a fair trial and protection from unlawful imprisonment. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is celebrated for first codifying the rights to a fair trial and protections against arbitrary imprisonment. Question 61. What role does the monarch play in modern British government? A. Directly making and enforcing laws. B. Leading the military forces. C. Ceremonial duties and formal roles. D. Managing government finances. Answer: C. Ceremonial duties and formal roles. In the modern British government, the monarch's role is largely ceremonial, including duties such as the opening of Parliament and the granting of honours. Question 62. What was the primary reason for the establishment of the United Nations? A. To promote global economic cooperation. B. To prevent future world wars. C. To control nuclear arms proliferation. D. To manage international trade disputes. Answer: B. To prevent future world wars. The primary reason for establishing the United Nations in 1945 was to maintain international peace and security and prevent future world wars. Question 63. How does the UK electoral system work for the House of Commons? A. Proportional representation. B. Single transferable vote. C. First past the post. D. Mixed member proportional. Answer: C. First past the post. The UK uses the first past the post system for elections to the House of Commons, where the candidate with the most votes in each constituency wins a seat. Question 64. What year marked the end of the British Empire in India? A. 1947. B. 1958. C. 1965. D. 1935. Answer: A. 1947. The year 1947 marked the end of the British Empire in India with the partition of India and the establishment of the independent nations of India and Pakistan. Question 65. Who was the monarch during the establishment of the English Bill of Rights? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King James I. C. King William III and Queen Mary II. D. King George III. Answer C. King William III and Queen Mary II. The English Bill of Rights was established in 1689 during the reign of King William III and Queen Mary II, following the Glorious Revolution. Question 66. What is the function of the Bank of England? A. Regulating the legal profession. B. Managing the national parks. C. Setting interest rates and issuing banknotes. D. Overseeing educational curriculum. Answer C. Setting interest rates and issuing banknotes. The Bank of England's functions include setting interest rates, issuing currency, and maintaining financial stability. Question 67. Describe the historical significance of the Battle of Hastings. A. It resulted in the end of Viking rule in England. B. It initiated the Norman conquest of England. C. It was the last successful invasion of Britain. D. Both B and C. Answer D. Both B and C. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 was historically significant as it initiated the Norman conquest of England and was the last successful invasion of Britain. Question 68. What rights were declared in the English Bill of Rights? A. The right to bear arms and the freedom from cruel punishments. B. The right to freedom of speech in Parliament and the right to petition the King. C. Both A and B. D. The right to public assembly and the right to privacy. Answer C. Both A and B. The English Bill of Rights declared several rights, including the right to bear arms for Protestants, freedom from cruel and unusual punishments, freedom of speech in Parliament, and the right to petition the monarch without fear of retribution. Question 69. What event led to the imposition of the poll tax in the late 1980s? A. Economic recession. B. Government debt. C. Need to replace local government financing. D. Pressure from international organizations. Answer C. Need to replace local government financing. The poll tax, officially known as the community charge, was introduced in the late 1980s as a means to replace the existing system of local government financing in the UK. Question 70. What was the purpose of the Corn Laws in the 19th century? A. To control immigration. B. To regulate the prices and import of grain. C. To establish a public health system. D. To manage industrial pollution. Answer B. To regulate the prices and import of grain. The Corn Laws were introduced to impose restrictions on the import of grain, aiming to keep prices high to favour domestic producers. Question 71. What are the official roles of the Lord Chancellor? A. Presiding over the House of Commons. B. Acting as the chief legal officer of the Crown. C. Managing the royal estates. D. Overseeing religious affairs. Answer B. Acting as the chief legal officer of the Crown. The Lord Chancellor plays a variety of roles, including acting as a senior official in the judiciary system, and traditionally was the chief legal officer of the Crown. Question 72. Who was responsible for the creation of the National Health Service, NHS? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Aneurin Bevan. D. Clement Attlee. Answer C. Aneurin Bevan. Aneurin Bevan was the Minister of Health who played a key role in establishing the National Health Service in 1948, providing healthcare services funded by taxation. Question 73. What is the primary role of the judiciary in the UK? A. To execute the law. B. To create new laws. C. To interpret and apply the law. D. To elect government officials. Answer: C. To interpret and apply the law. The primary role of the judiciary in the UK is to interpret and apply the law, ensuring justice is administered fairly and impartially. Question 74. What form of government does the UK have? A. Presidential. B. Constitutional monarchy. C. Direct democracy. D. Absolute monarchy. Answer: B. Constitutional monarchy. The UK is a constitutional monarchy, where the monarch is the head of state within the parameters set by a constitution, and the elected parliament governs the country. Question 75. What treaty is associated with the end of the War of the Spanish Succession? A. Treaty of Paris. B. Treaty of Versailles. C. Treaty of Utrecht. D. Treaty of Westphalia. Answer: C. Treaty of Utrecht. The Treaty of Utrecht, signed in 1713, helped end the War of the Spanish Succession, redefining European power dynamics. Question 76. Describe the main purposes of the Acts of Union 1707. A. To unite England and France under one monarch. B. To establish a single parliament for England and Scotland. C. To separate Scotland from England. D. To declare war on Spain. Answer: B. To establish a single parliament for England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1707 united the kingdoms of England and Scotland under the name of Great Britain, with a single parliament situated in Westminster. Question 77. What year was the Great Charter of the Liberties of England signed? A. 1215. B. 1320. C. 1453. D. 1601. Answer: A. 1215. The Great Charter of the Liberties of England, more commonly known as the Magna Carta, was signed in 1215 by King John. Question 78. What system does the UK use to elect its MPs? A. Proportional representation. B. Single transferable vote. C. First past the post. D. Mixed member proportional. Answer: C. First past the post. The UK uses the first past the post system to elect members of Parliament, MPs, to the House of Commons. Question 79. Name the Queen who established the Church of England. A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Mary I. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. Answer: A. Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth I established the Church of England, solidifying its structure and doctrine during her reign. Question 80. What is the primary purpose of the Council of the European Union? A. To enforce EU law. B. To coordinate the economic policies of member states. C. To represent member states' governments and adopt EU legislation. D. To manage EU foreign and security policy. Answer: C. To represent member states' governments and adopt EU legislation. The Council of the European Union represents the governments of the member states and plays a key role in adopting legislation and coordinating policies. Question 81. Who was the British Prime Minister during the Suez Crisis? A. Winston Churchill. B. Anthony Eden. C. Harold Wilson. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: B. Anthony Eden. Anthony Eden was the British Prime Minister during the Suez Crisis in 1956, which was a pivotal moment in UK foreign policy. Question 82. What are the ceremonial duties of the Speaker of the House of Commons? A. Leading military parades. B. Presiding over debates and maintaining order. C. Representing the UK in international forums. D. Managing the national budget. Answer. B. Presiding over debates and maintaining order. The Speaker of the House of Commons has several key ceremonial duties, including presiding over debates, making procedural decisions, and ensuring decorum within the House. Question 83. What are the eligibility requirements for standing as an MP? A. Must be at least 21 years old and a UK citizen. B. Must be at least 18 years old and a UK, Commonwealth or Irish citizen. C. Must be a resident of the constituency. D. Must have no prior criminal convictions. Answer. B. Must be at least 18 years old and a UK, Commonwealth or Irish citizen. Those eligible to stand as an MP must meet these age and citizenship criteria, among other qualifications. Question 84. What are the reserved powers in the Scottish Government? A. Defence and Foreign Affairs. B. Health and Education. C. Transportation and Infrastructure. D. Local Government and Housing. Answer. A. Defence and Foreign Affairs. Reserved powers are those that are not devolved to Scotland and remain under the control of the UK Parliament, including Defence and Foreign Affairs. Question 85. Name the architect behind the rebuilding of the Houses of Parliament. A. Christopher Wren. B. Charles Barry. C. Norman Foster. D. Richard Rogers. Answer. B. Charles Barry. Charles Barry was the architect responsible for the Gothic revival design of the new Houses of Parliament in the 19th century, following the fire of 1834. Question 86. What does the term balance of power refer to in international relations? A. The distribution of economic resources among countries. B. The prevention of any one country dominating others. C. The equal distribution of military power among nations. D. The sharing of governments between different political parties. Answer. B. The prevention of any one country dominating others. In international relations, the term balance of power refers to a situation where the national security is not dominated by a single state through an equilibrium of powers among nations. Question 87. How did the Industrial Revolution affect Britain? A. It led to a decrease in urbanization. B. It caused a decline in agricultural production. C. It sparked significant technological and economic growth. D. It reduced the workforce due to automation. Answer. C. It sparked significant technological and economic growth. The Industrial Revolution, starting in the late 18th century, transformed Britain into the world's foremost economic power through advances in technology and production methods. Question 88. What are the core responsibilities of the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care? A. Managing national defence. B. Overseeing healthcare and public health. C. Regulating the financial sector. D. Administering educational policies. Answer. B. Overseeing healthcare and public health. The Secretary of State for Health and Social Care is responsible for the oversight of the National Health Service, NHS, as well as public health and social care matters in England. Question 89. Who wrote the influential book on liberty? A. John Locke. B. John Stuart Mill. C. Thomas Hobbes. D. Adam Smith. Answer. B. John Stuart Mill. John Stuart Mill authored On Liberty, which explores the relationship between authority and liberty and argues for the importance of individual freedoms. Question 90. What are the components of the British Constitution? A. The Magna Carta, Bill of Rights and Royal Decrees. B. Statutes, common law and conventions. C. Parliamentary acts and judicial decisions only. D. Written documents and executive orders. Answer: B. Statutes, common law and conventions. The British Constitution is not codified in a single document but is based on statutes, legal conventions, judicial decisions, and historical documents like the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights. Question 91. What role did Britain play in the formation of the United Nations? A. It was the primary financial contributor. B. It hosted the first meeting. C. It was one of the founding members. D. It opposed its formation. Answer: C. It was one of the founding members. Britain was one of the original founding members of the United Nations and played a significant role in its establishment post-World War II. Question 92. What year did the Battle of Waterloo occur? A. 1815. B. 1756. C. 1914. D. 1945. Answer: A. 1815. The Battle of Waterloo, which marked the definitive end to Napoleon Bonaparte's rule, took place in 1815. Question 93. Who was the last monarch of the House of Hanover? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King Edward VII. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the last monarch of the House of Hanover. Her reign marked the transition to the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha due to her marriage to Prince Albert. Question 94. What was the main issue addressed by the Beveridge Report? A. Gender equality in the workforce. B. The structure of the British Empire. C. Social insurance and allied services. D. The regulation of the stock market. Answer: C. Social insurance and allied services. The Beveridge Report, published during World War II, addressed the need for comprehensive social insurance and is considered the basis for the modern welfare state in Britain. Question 95. Describe the role of the Speaker of the House of Commons during a debate. A. To debate actively with members. B. To vote on legislation. C. To moderate the debate and maintain order. D. To propose new laws. Answer: C. To moderate the debate and maintain order. The Speaker of the House of Commons plays a critical role in moderating debates, ensuring proceedings are orderly and that rules are followed.